So Jolynne,
Hi.
thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
So somebody who's watching this is probably considering hiring you as their coach, and the goal is for them to get to know you a little bit better
Sure.
and why you would be qualified to coach them. So take us through the journey of how you got into business. Let's start all the way back to day one.
Okay, so day one, back in 2007, had a really good friend that had gotten into the business, asked me to come on board in order to assist. And the draw of me doing that was this person did not have any customer service skill. So that was something that I knew I could provide.
Yep.
And there was also an industry where I had a lot of interest. So I had been advised by a mentor earlier on in life who owned a real estate company and said, you would be perfect for this role. And I think you really need to consider getting into this. So I went off to college, graduated, and the economy had collapsed. There was nothing, unless I was going into retail management, there was nothing out there for me. So I decided what a better time than to go into business for myself. And as soon as I started assisting, I immediately began hating it, mainly because of whom I was working for and realizing that I don't necessarily do the best with directions and I'd kind of rather steer my own ship. So I went into full-time sales in 2009, 2010 time. And I've been fortunate enough to work with you and watch our team grow until this day.
Well, I think that's one of the unique things about someone hiring you as a coach. We've got a lot of great coaches, and most of them have spent a significant amount of time with me. But you've been in there since day one. I mean, you know, 2010 was really only 1 year after we opened the doors. So you have seen everything from, 2009 we did 150 units, right? So you've seen from the basement where we started and the dumpy office that we were working out of all the way to today. So I think that gives you a lot of wisdom and on how to handle situations based on how you've watched me and other agents in our office operate and handle situations, which, there's a lot of complex situations in every, in every real estate brokerage or every real estate team. So, 2010 full-time sales, and tell us a little bit about your business and how it's evolved.
So my business, it's my baby. I love it very much. I've always been more so focused on my sphere and working my database. And, something that I know I bring to the table when it comes to my business is a differing view than what you had back in the day. And I remember the battles, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. I wasn't going to be in the office at 7:30 every day doing what you were doing. Sure, get in a half an hour later or so, do my prospecting, but I learned that I wanted to be a repeat and referral agent very early on.
Which I was not at the time.
No.
I was pour into the funnel, get people in, get people in, get people in.
My favorite thing that I remember from you is there are two groups of people out there. People you know, people you don't know. What group is bigger?
That's right.
You always had us going after the people we don't know.
That's right.
And I was like, no, thank you. I'm going to go after the people that I know. And it has worked wonderfully. I would say 80% of my business is repeat and referral now. And that is the exact business that I wanted to grow in order to provide the freedom and the flexibility, the every reason that we get into this industry in the first place. And I know that that's something different that I bring to the table on a coaching side than a lot of other people.
I think so too. And one thing that I've admired about you is really for the last 5, 6, maybe even 7 years, you've been consistently closing 40, 50 plus transactions a year, which is great, by the way. But on maybe, don't get mad, 40 hours a week, 35 hours a week. And to me, that is why somebody would coach with you, because you could show them how to be a productive salesperson and also have balance in their life.
And I think something that's super important is there is room for agents out there that don't want to do exactly what you're doing, that don't want to sell hundreds of homes every year, but still want to be successful.
I mean, I can't remember the last time you didn't make 6 figures. I mean, you've been making 6 figures plus probably for the last 10 years. And now you're in a position to where you're buying investment properties, you're buying vacation homes. Speaking of balance, I think 1 year we counted you traveled at least somewhere to like 17 different weddings. I mean, right?
Weddings, showers, they're my favorite. I was invited. I had a clients that invited me to they were a Zillow lead. They had a 50-person guest list and I was on there.
I love that.
That's what this is about.
Yep. Love that. And I think a lot of people can learn that skill from you because it's not necessarily one that comes natural.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
So fast forward to today.
Yep.
Why did you decide to become a coach?
You know, I have always just loved what I've been doing, and I've noticed that there are so many agents on the other side of the table from me that can't provide a good experience.
It's I know the feeling. You're thinking to myself like, gosh, if you only knew, like you're capable of so much more.
Absolutely.
Right?
And just change your mindset and
Yep.
let's rephrase this sentence that you're giving me, and let's make this not controversial, and let's find a way to work together to get through it.
Yep.
So if I can pour into these people and turn them into the agents that I want to see on the other side of the table, our industry will change.
Yeah. So I would guess that you could work with anybody. Specifically, you've done a really good job on the buyer side of the business.
Yes.
Right. So, I mean, you do great with listings and with sellers as well, but you've done a really phenomenal job on the buyer side. You're kind of known for that, at least at Glover U. Why do you think that is?
It's the care and concern that goes into it. I don't look at the client as a sale. I'm not rushing to get it under contract. I'm rushing to make sure that they're finding the home that's right for them.
Yep.
That way they feel that they've been treated the way they should.
Sure.
And that means they're going to go and tell everybody else how well they were treated and how great their experience was.
And that right there is why, perfect example today, I said from this very stage, customer service is a lead generation tool.
It absolutely is.
It took me forever to figure that out.
I know.
You figured it out before me.
I remember. I had
I'd rather
to
just
stick
replace
around to
clients.
make sure that you figured it out.
There we go.
mean,
That's it. Life is full circle.
There you go.
So why should I coach with Jolynne?
Well, if you are looking for a different aspect, if you are looking to hear something other than production, if you're looking to grow your database, if you're looking to pour into your people in order to build that repeat and referral business, so you don't have to come in and pound the phones every single day.
That's right.
That's what I'm here for. That's how I want to run my business, and I want to teach others to do the same.
Awesome. Well, you're doing a great job so far. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Yep.